Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Gashi's Kaiman TV, the tallest man in back Africa. Kenyans are asking, has the Gen Z demonstration fizzled out? Are we going to see Gen Z again coming out of the street, or is this the end of the Gen Z? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Because we usually had the demonstrations all over the country on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And when you look at the situation, you realize, like today, a Thursday, and you're not likely to see any demonstrations. On Tuesday, there were pockets, especially kule upande wa Kitegela, pockets, but you will not compare anything with what used to happen those other days. When I look at the situation from where I sit, I think Raila Amolo Odinga's working with the government badly aborted the Gen Z movement. The Gen Z demonstrations in the mission and the vision. It brought a lot of confusion, by the way. Not that Raila was the head of the Gen Z, but it brought a lot of confusion. On the other hand, William Samoei Ruto was trying to fulfill some of the things that the Gen Z were doing, were saying, or they were asking. For example, he fired the cabinet, but he messed up by bringing the old faces back. He did do the finance bill, and the budget for the first lady and the second lady was removed, although I understand Parliament later returned the same. And again, we saw the the goons interfering with the demonstrations. In fact, the goons who were actually planted by the government actually badly interfered with the good mission, because the Gen Z had good movement. They had good ideas, and whatever they were doing, they were not coming to loot. They were coming to oppose the bad policies and poor or bad governance. Again, the police brutality has actually affected many people. But what I know is that an invasion of army can be defeated, but not an idea whose time has come. My conclusion about this, before I go to something else, which is very close to this. The Gen Z are not yet out. The revolution is not yet over. They may be out of the streets, but they are still in the social streets media. They may be out of the street, but one day, and that day is not very far away, they'll come back. When the bee leaves the beehive, it becomes very, very difficult to return the same bee in the same beehive. The Gen Z are those bees. They are out of the beehive. They are not yet back. The reason why they are coming back is because the bad governance is still with us. Corruption is still with us. William Samoei Ruto way of doing things has not changed. You are still seeing him on the campaign trail. Although they have achieved a lot. And this is what I want to show you, because right now, we are actually seeing the fruits of Gen Z. And we cannot deny this. Look at the IBC now. IBC is being reconstituted. Previously, William Samoei Ruto would not want us to have the IBC until the last moment, such that he would be able to bring his people who would aid in the rigging of elections. You know, elections in Kenya are not won. elections, especially for the presidency, is just a matter of rigging. It's a matter of being declared the president, whether you have won or not. As long as you please the chair of the IBC, you become the president of the Republic of Kenya. So when you look at IBC is being crafted in a very meticulous way. And going forward, it will be very, very difficult to rig the elections. So that is one area that you can say we can now be able to sit down and say Gen Z did us proud. Number two, I was looking at Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, when they declared Wycliffe Obatsa Oparanya as unfit to hold public office. And could not stop laughing and telling Jehovah, you heard the cry for the Gen Z. Previously, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission would declare even murderers, even people who had court cases. In fact, they would clear people whom they were still investigating. They would clear people who are badly tainted. People known to be thieves, thugs, murderers, cattle rustlers. The fact that the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission can dare to say no to this one, can even think about issues of integrity, leadership, and integrity of chapter 6, it tells you Gen Z did a good work. Hongera, Gen Z. Number two, the Court of Appeal declared the 2023-2024 annality, that's finance bill annality, meaning everything to do with the 2023, including the affordable housing tax or levy or whatever you may call it, it is now illegal. In fact, they fall short of telling the government to refund that money to the workers. It means the social housing, whatever you may call it, even the social health insurance fund that William Samoei Ruto is trying to replace or to bring instead of NHIF, which is riddled with corruption, is now null and void. And so many things that comes with the 2023-2024 finance, including the increase of road maintenance levy from, I think, 17 to 24 shillings per litre of petrol, an increase of about 8 shillings. It is now a nullity. So it is because of the Gen Z, the Gen Z, what they are doing, they are going on the ground, getting the facts very clearly, showing us what is happening here. So the fact that the Court of Appeal cannot stand and tell the president no. Remember, this is one, the same thing was actually upheld by the High Court. You see? But the Court of Appeal said, no, you erred. You cannot agree with you. These are the fruits of Gen Z. Something else. Yesterday I noted Sabina Chege at Inoro TV telling William Samoei Ruto, you are getting it wrong. You should not be on the campaign trail. You should not be on rooftops of vehicles. You should be in office working. The fact that people like Sabina Chege, of all people, can now speak truth to the power. It is amazing. And we can only expect a lot of this. Look at Ipoa. Ipoa is now reasoning. The fact that Ipoa can now sit down and listen to the grievances of citizens is something. It's also amazing. Independent police oversight. But, hapo beleni, policemen were like gods. They were like demigods. You could not accuse any policeman. Now you can walk in to Ipoa and present your case and complain about a certain police officer. The fact that Ipoa is investigating the policemen who actually shot and killed and maimed Kenyans, innocent Kenyans, is something that we should also be proud of. I'm watching very keenly about what is going to happen on the vetting committee of parliament, where they'll be vetting William Samoei Ruto nominees, cabinet nominees. And I'm going to see, I can attest, I can actually predict they are going to reject some names to the chagrin of William Samoei Ruto. Today, members of parliament cannot go against what people want. They have to go to the ground and listen. If you don't agree with the electorate, if you don't agree with your employer, because the voters are your employer, you have no business being in that parliament. It can't be more interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wait and see what is going to happen. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, please like the video and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.